Good afternoon. First, I would like to thank my peers in the 8th grade and the middle school faculty for choosing me to be one of today's speakers. I am honored to have this opportunity to speak to all of you on behalf of the class of 2021. Initially, when I learned that I was selected as the speaker, I was a little nervous. I knew there would be hundreds of friends and family here today, and I've never spoken to such a large crowd. More importantly, I knew the class speakers would be one of the last things on the program, and my comments would be keeping everyone from their lunch celebrations and the start of summer. So I would try to move this along, no pressure. As I began preparing my remarks, I thought a lot about my time here at GA. One image that kept popping into my mind was Germantown Academy's seal. As you may know, GA has a seal or symbol. The school seal is on the lower school blazers, in many classrooms, on dedication signs hung up throughout the school, and countless other places on campus. The GA seal is a circle surrounding a drawing of a plant being watered. The school motto is written inside the circle: "By persevering, we shall see the fruits." Meaning, through hard work and dedication, we will get meaningful results. So I decided to use the school motto as a way to tell you about a few of the special moments the class of 2021 has persevered through. Sometimes we've even seen the fruits. I could go all the way back to pre-K, but I promised I'd be brief. So let's start in 4th grade. We are learning about immigration, specifically Ellis Island. Each class had been divided into families. We are assigned a country from which we were supposed to be immigrating. A quick shout out to my immigrant family, the Martini family, which was made up of my wife, Paige Agosi, and our daughter, Dylan Denenberg. Typically during this unit, the 4th grade goes to Ellis Island in New York Harbor. There, students can act as immigrants coming through Ellis Island, as our ancestors did in real life. Sadly, our 4th grade year happened to be the year that Ellis Island had been shut down to recover from Hurricane Sandy. So no trip to Ellis Island. We had to make do. We had to persevere. Nothing like the families that lost their homes and businesses in the storm, but we did have to persevere. With Ellis Island shut down, the teachers arranged for us to do a reenactment in the lower school assembly area. To a bunch of 4th graders, this didn't seem like a great alternative, but it ended up being terrific. Turns out we had more freedom to do the way we wanted, since it was on our own terms. With the help of our teachers, we certainly were given a great look into what Ellis Island was like. Think of the seal and the motto. We had to persevere, and by doing so, we saw the fruits. Middle school has been a fun ride, but it has not been an easy one. In lower school, teachers guide and care for you like you were one of their own children, helping you with anything and everything. Speaking in terms of the GA seal, the lower school is the time where students are watered daily, sometimes even overwatered. Then we leave the lower school and enter 6th grade. There we are eased into middle school life. The quote, waterings are less frequent, and sometimes it feels like drought. Still, we are taught the important things: how our schedule works, how to handle workloads, how to use study halls effectively, how to get your books in between classes, and of course, being on time to class. Quick thank you to Ms. Rubenfield for teaching me the importance of being on time to class by locking the door when we were late. As we moved into 7th grade, it seemed like all we had to do was use the skills we learned in 6th grade, and we would be fine, right? Wrong. 7th grade seemed like a test to see how much work we could handle. Our limits were pushed each day. One specific challenge we faced comes to mind. The class of 2021 was chosen to pilot a new class called Lead Lab. The class was designed to teach students about communication, helping our community, compassion, empathy. In teaching us these skills, the goal was to show us how to be effective leaders. Some concepts were hard to grasp. Since this was a pilot course, some lessons hadn't had all the kinks worked out, which made it tough for all of us, teachers and students. Together, we pushed through. We persevered. At the end of the year, we were asked to use our new skills to solve a problem in our community. The problem could be related to people, business, nature, etc. Any of the things we had covered during this year. As it turned out, my group didn't get to choose. We missed the class when we were expected to choose our theme. So naturally, we were given the thing we knew nothing about: nature. Thanks, Mr. Wright. Anyway, we started to contact about 10 nature-related groups in the area to see how we might help out. Only one got back to us. Our contact thought there was a way we could contribute, but he needed to do some checking. After a few weeks, we had not heard back. We were concerned. So we had Mr. Wright call. He learned that the volunteer director, the one person we had talked to there, had quit. Our project could not go forward. It was a real problem. We had to fix the problem fast. We had to persevere. As a group, we decided to see if we could work with GA for our project. What's better than giving back to a place that's given us so much? Our group arranged to clean up the Cole Ballet Memorial, a small sitting area located along the Wissahickon Creek. The memorial is dedicated to Cole Ballet, a GA student who tragically passed away a few years ago. It turned out to be an amazing project. About 50 kids showed up to support our cleanup effort. It was really cool to see all those kids there helping to restore nature on GA's campus. The impact we made on the memorial was meaningful, as was the impact the project had on all the kids who pitched in. Everyone involved grew from the experience. We had to do some persevering in Lead Lab, but I can assure you, we saw the fruits. 8th grade, what a great year. We came together and grew as individuals and as a group, in so many ways. As I reflect on the year, my memories are wonderful. But as I stand here today, with my last 8th grade exam behind me and the long, lazy summer ahead of me, I feel it important to mention just one more instance of perseverance, a difficult time when our whole school came together. In early March, GA lost a true patriot when Mr. McVeigh passed away. Mr. McVeigh served the school for over 40 years in countless ways. I got to know him when I gave middle school football a try. I was new to the game and kind of clumsy, you might say. Just the kind of project Mr. McVeigh loved. We worked together closely during practices. I loved his passionate halftime pep talks. Sometimes we would engage in what Mr. McVeigh called debates, but I like to call them disagreements. This would either end in laughs or threats of him calling my parents. But slowly, his teachings did sink in, on and off the field. I could tell he was pleased with our team and my progress. That time with Mr. McVeigh meant a lot to me. I learned so much from him, as so many of us in the GA community did. Middle school has been the time of my life. It has been the time when the GA flower really grows into something special. Hopefully this will continue as we move through upper school. During these years at GA, we have grown an amazing amount. We have seen the fruits of our labor. So as I look ahead to high school, I can say with complete confidence, remember the lessons from lower and middle school. In the future, if you are ever faced with a challenge, maybe a hard teacher, class, or assignment, think of GA's motto, by persevering, we shall see the fruits. Work your hardest and you will be successful. Thank you and have a great summer.